I wanted to know if it was possible to get a Minotaur in the anomaly, and not just anywhere in the anomaly, but physically within the anomaly where people go into the Nexus to get missions, where you land your ships, physically integrated into the anomaly itself. And if I could get a Minotaur in the anomaly, which obviously you know that I have because it's right behind me, I'll show you how I did that in just a second. But I also wanted to see what other exocraft I could get in here, and trust me, it's not as easy as you may think. So in order to get this all set up, in order to do the glitch, because it's a sort of a glitch that you need to do to bring in an exocraft, or in my case a Minotaur, or another one, but I'll show you in just a minute which one I'm talking about. Now what you need to do is, first of all, is glitch out the anomaly itself. Now I featured this glitch in and on the channel before, but I didn't realise the application and what else it could do. So we go to this exact starting point here. We fly up into the ceiling. We go past the middle, and then this will then allow us to glitch out the anomaly in such a way where you can get on top of the roof. Or if that doesn't work, you'll go right through the floor. Normally you can get on the roof. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is what we do next. So this was how I managed to get 2 ships in the anomaly at one time. Technically, you could have all your ships in the anomaly at one time. So we're going off that basis here, and what we need to do is, when we are flying through space like this, we need to go ahead and call in our freighter and try not to die in the process. So already it's a little bit tricky. Now, what we need to do is try our very best to shuffle our way along and try and get back inside of the freighter as we're flying across. Again, the way that we do that is a little bit tricky, but if you do persist and you manage to land yourself on the freighter and try and get as close to the entranceway as possible, just on the left or the right hand side depending on which way your orientation is, what you want to do is you want to go up to the side. So you'll see these massive rings on the side of your freighter if you have the same kind of freight design as me. And you want to use another glitch to get over the top of them. It's the jetpack glitch, and that is where you thrust yourself against this invisible wall, and your jetpack will not be deteriorated. This will allow you to get up quite high on essentially limited amounts of jetpack. But just remember, as you're doing this, your health or your oxygen will go down because you are still in space. Your life support, sorry. It will go down because you are still in space. However, if you're quick enough, then you're able to fill it back up and carry on making progress. Now, you want to go ahead and fly right underneath the landing bay of your freighter. So it will look quite glitched out, but once you get right underneath it, drop, and what should happen is you'll go ahead and you'll be pushed back up through the floor. That will allow you to get inside of the freighter. Now from here, what we're going to be doing is we are going to go ahead and make a save point. That is very, very important, because before we do any sorts of glitching and shenanigans, always make a save point. But what we're going to do from here is we are going to go upstairs, and we're going to go into a very special room that I've built on top of the freighter. Now, to access that special room, we go through the teleporter. That will then ping us up on top of the roof, and it'll take us to my secret special area. In this secret special area, we'll have a nice, beautiful view of that anomaly that we're going to try and get into today. So what we're going to do is we're going to call the Minotaur. Now, the Minotaur can fly in space. It is possible. So we're going to go ahead, jump over this ledge, and then try our best to get inside of it. Now, we are making progress. I've got all of my upgrades on this particular Minotaur, so it is making it easier to get up, but it is only in short bursts. Now, with technically flying a Minotaur in space, it is incredibly difficult to try and drive. Exhibit A right here. I'm trying my absolute damnedest to get this thing turned around, and the turning circle is ridiculous. Now, I did manage to get myself on this invisible roof part, so I have glitched myself up here, and you can see I'm walking about. But I don't count this as a success quite yet. I want to get physically inside of the anomaly, past these barriers where I can walk about people and ships. So there is a way on how to do this, and what we need to do is drop down this side here on the left hand side, because I'm going over now where the little NPC is just going over it where this normal door is with the ramp. That's the door underneath us that we have to try and get through. Oh, nearly got it. Nearly got it. I'm nearly here, guys. I'm buddy hopping. I'm buddy hopping. So those are the first two doors that we can glitch through. However, that's not the ones we're looking for. It's right in front of me, but if I turn the camera any other way, I won't be able to go through. There we go. So here we go, guys. We're going to be able to walk through these doors now. Again, with the camera angle and everything, literally you move the camera around, this thing just goes in its own direction. But there we go. We're able to walk through that glitched out door, and that is how we get a Minotaur and Exocraft. But as long as we can fit it through the door, that is how we get them in the anomaly. And as you can see, I'm in the anomaly. There's no trickery going on here. This is a Minotaur in the anomaly. How cool is that? It's cool and all, but you know what? I wasn't just happy with the Minotaur. I've seen a Minotaur before in the anomaly, and I've always wondered how they did it. But at least now I figured out a way it can be done. And it can be done by anybody that can get a Minotaur into space. I wasn't happy with just that. Now that I know that door's there, I want to see what I could fit through inside of it. Unfortunately, your mum wasn't one of them, but this nomad is. Now, let me just start off by saying I would have rather have tried a washing machine, flying that into space instead than flying the nomad. It is incredibly difficult to steer. It is virtually impossible to steer. For example, when you get into space, all the controls are instantaneously inverted. If you want to go forward, you have to look behind you, and it's not just a straight look behind either. You have to look at yourself behind at an angle in order to move forward. You have no control over your speed, which means you're going to crash instantaneously. There's no adjustments in space, so you can't exactly move slightly left or slightly right. You kind of just got to go in a straight line and hope you crash into something to stop you. And I've got to do all that, like I said, with inverted controls and to get through the tiniest door slot in existence with a nomad. The nomad literally just barely fits through it. But Mama didn't raise no quitter, and a quitter I am not. I will put myself through this pain repeatedly until, by the good graces of No Man's Sky, I fit through that hole. We don't need roads where we're going. Why doesn't this just want to work? I've been at this now for the past hour. So far I've got on the roof. Brilliant. This is where we had our Minotaur. And as you can see, this is great. I don't count this though as a victory. I want this inside. So I'm hovering over where the drop point is. So I'm trying to see if I can find any sort of invisible crack where it'll just allow me to drop underneath exactly where I need to be. But so far, I'm not finding anything. Why isn't this just more simpler? All I want to do is get a nomad through the door and call it a day. How hard can it be? Okay, so, there we go, ah, that ledge then, that's where we need to go. Why do you do this to me? Hey Barbie, hi Ken, wanna go for a ride? Sure Ken, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, loving plastic, it's fantastic. Now when people say, oh, finding glitches for you must be easy. Yes, it is. Obviously, I don't put myself through hours of pain. Lots of pain every day. Why am I going into space? Why? But here we go. Hopefully I can land on this floor. Okay, so we're somewhere back on the floor again, but we keep bouncing off this invisible floor and back onto space, so it's not kind of like sticking me to the floor. Oh no, we're dropping too much. Oh. Okay, so we got on the ledge. Whew. Okay, so we're back here on the ledge after another 45 minutes of going around into space and me completely losing my mind. I even might have sprung into a sing-song of Barbie Girl, but you know what? It needs to be done. So we need to go over this edge here very, very slowly. Come back and go on top of that ledge there. Yes! Fantastic! So the door is right there. However, we now have another problem. How do you get something that doesn't fly, is affected by gravity, and the boosters don't levitate you up a ledge that if you fall off, you fly back off into space, and the ledge is incredibly small to get onto? Luckily, I know a mechanic for this. I'm kidding. I really don't. My only option at this point is to either try and sneak around this side, and hopefully there's some kind of hidden secret wall that I can just kind of like phase through. That was my idea. And by that idea, I nearly fell off again. At this point, my trousers turned brown. And let's just say I had white trousers on at the time. Why white? Don't judge me. Anyway, that didn't work. So I thought, well, if I start smashing my face against the wall, then somehow I might be able to somehow nudge myself across the ledge and get myself up on the ledge, if that makes sense. So as you can see, I was smashing my face up against the wall, and it seemed to be working. At this point, I wanted to rip whatever was remaining of my already balding hair. I wanted to rip it out because this was the most frustrating thing I have ever done in No Man's Sky, and I shamefully want to admit it, I loved every goddamn minute of it. It was very, very funny. But that's not the point here. The point is, I'm mashing this thing right up against the wall. If that guy running right there could have seen what was happening underneath his feet, he would be absolutely freaking out. Now, I managed to get around here, but how was I going to get above this lip? I can't go back. If I take my finger right now off the go forward button, I'm going right down into space. Remember, this thing is affected by gravity. I don't even know how I'm staying on the edge here. All I do know is, do not let go of the forward button. I'm trying absolutely everything here. I'm trying to use my boosters. I'm just trying to like cowboy walk my exocraft up here. I'm trying to cowboy walk. I can't even think straight at this point. I just want to get this thing up. Oh, okay, so if I can use my booster, I can just get this higher. Come on. Come on. It's literally like trying to shuffle a wardrobe. We can do this. We can do this. Come on. I just need to cram it up as high as possible. Yes. 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 Come on. Come on. We got this. Yes. Woohoo! And that is how you get one of these bloody exocraft inside of the anomaly. Oh my god. So nomads, guys, that's how you get a nomad inside of the anomaly. I'm just so excited that we managed to do this. Unbelievable. Now, other than bragging rights, why would you want to have a nomad or even a Minotaur in the anomaly? What makes it that, other than people just staring at you, why would you want to do it? Now, the fun thing about the nomad anyway is you can do something quite funny. Now, what we can do is when people are sat down outside of the nexus inside of the anomaly, if you take a bloody good run up with the nomad and use a boost, you're able to move these people that are technically AFK. Essentially, they move like as if they was on ice, which means we can do some quite funny things by putting these people that are in AFK into some different positions from where they started. We could, in theory, put them anywhere in the anomaly, so when they come back, they'll be like, how the heck did I get there? You know, there are just so many different applications. I'm still trying to find out other applications and other uses for this, other than bragging rights, other than saying, oh, look at me, I've got the anomaly in here, and other than pushing people around, even though, as funny as that may be, we may even be able to push around some of the NPCs. Now, I need to test that out in a future video. However, that would be funny. We could get like Nada or something and push them out of the anomaly, maybe next to a ship, and just get people all confused. Now, that would be hilarious. But guys, I mean, there you go. That is how you get 2 of the different types of exocraft inside of the anomaly. Unfortunately, you can't do it with the Colossus. It doesn't work. They don't seem to like to fly in space. You can't do it with the Roma. Again, the same thing. And don't even try with an Autolon. That just like stops dead in space. That's non-negotiable. You can't do it. But these 2 that you can do it with, and you can do it very well with the Minotaur, you can do it very well with the Nomad. Anyway, guys, thank you all very much for watching, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now. So I got your attention for another quick second. Can I just ask to leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it, leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Now, if you really want to be generous today and you really like today's video and what I do, you want to support me as a creator, then feel free to leave me a super chat message. And this also allows anything that you write on there to be seen on the actual comment section, nice and big and colourful, so I'll be able to see it straight away. So if you do go down that route today, I want to say a massive thank you. And I want to say a massive, massive thank you to absolutely everybody for the continued support. Massive thanks to my Patreons. As you can see, their glorious names on the Patreon wall. You there, you want to show off which faction is best? Well, now you can with exclusive stickers you'll only find over on my Patreon. Grab yourself a Gek Nation Corvex or Viking Nation sticker. Slap it on your desk, slap it on your PC, even slap it on the bumper of your car and let the whole world know that you love stickers. So what are you waiting for? Link in the video description.